part 2. We have just reviewed, really, some of the bar chord patterns that we had gone over before. I started with the main, or I call this the main pattern, but it's the what I call the E pattern, because it plays off the E chord. Make the chord without a finger, slide up and go to whatever fret you need a chord of that letter name. This is a G note, so this is a G major chord. This is also the pattern that is the E in the caged system, C-A-G-E-D, if you're looking into that at all. So G, take the middle finger off, you have a G minor. Take 2 fingers off and leave that one only, you have a minor 7th. Go back to a major, take off the pinky, you have an A 7th. Another chord we learned that isn't necessarily a bar chord, because we're really not barring anything with this bar finger. We're putting it over here, and we're actually moving our 3 fingers over one string and going down 1 fret. So we take this group that makes up the major chord, jump down 1 string in the same pattern, which actually is a minor chord in this bar chord pattern. I'll get to that in a second, but we're going to slide these down 1 fret, and we're going to put our finger over on the same fret. You can see these are on the same fret as this are the same fret, and that's a major 7th. A light and airy sounding chord. So I'm just switching between some major 7th chords just to give you a sense of what they sound like, but I think we did cover that a little bit. So this is a G major 7 because this is the G note. Going up to the A note, that's an A major 7th. So this is the major 7th bar chord pattern. B flat major 7, A major 7. So there's a lot of songs that use those chords, so it's good to know. Okay, so that's pattern 1. I will say it's the E pattern, because again we start in E. If we're going to define I showed you the other one as well, which is the A pattern, except we are, again, not going to jam all our fingers in like we normally do on an A chord. You can, but it's easier if you make this another bar. This will feel a little awkward maybe at first to do bar and then bar. Actually, this finger, you just have to hit that 1 note. So you don't have to get all of these barred down. You really just have to hit that 1, because these are being pressed down, these 3, by this bar finger here. So it's a trick to get this to lay flat. Sometimes it may feel a little weird, but just practice and you'll get it. This is a good bar pattern to know. This string, the second A string, is the note, or is the string that defines the letter name in this pattern. So that's a C, because this is a C note. We started our C major scale from here. There's the C chord, but it's also here. This is a major pattern when I have these 3 notes laid down. If I drop this down to there, I have a C minor. So we're taking this, dropping it to there, and these 2 stay the same. You can think of it as an A minor chord, which we know, slide up and bar as well. So there's a C minor pattern, C major, C minor. If I take from the C minor, if I take off the middle finger, or the pinky, I get a minor 7th. Down around the corner, half a mile from here. That is in Listen to Music by the Doobie Brothers, but that uses a minor 7th chord. All I'm doing with the hammer on is I'm starting with a straight bar and then coming down with 2 fingers into my minor 7th pattern that I just showed you. So that's a minor 7th. If I go back to here and I take out, or if I leave a hole in it, meaning I want that string and that string, that's just a plain C 7th chord. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but again, it relates back to, if you know what an A 7th chord is down here, we're sliding that same pattern down here. So again, C major, drop this to there, C minor, take out the pinky, C minor 7th, go back to a major pattern and leave that hole in the middle, C 7th, and then one more. If we go halfway, we go, we basically take a major and we drop this note down 1 fret. We have a C major 7th. That's that light and airy sounding chord again. I'm going to stop briefly just so my phone doesn't die.